Thanks so much, Dan, and it's great to be here. You know, it's fun to be here for the groundbreaking, but it's always better when you're cutting ribbon on it, because when you're breaking ground, you know you're going to have a couple of years of hardship when people are dealing with the orange barrels. So it's great to open it up, and we're really excited about that. First of all, you can't say enough great things about Bill Crooker. His vision, his commitment, and it was such a pleasure to work for him on the board. Bill was an ideal board member because he would always come to every meeting, and he didn't always say a whole lot. But when he did, everyone made sure they stood up and listened, because he was such a thoughtful and insightful person, and contributed so much, and we miss him, but we're so thankful we wouldn't be here today without him. So thanks to Bill and Joyce, because when Bill was at a meeting, Joyce was always there too, and it was always had to come and bring the dog with you, so we appreciate that. Congressman Neugebauer, without his vision for Ports to Plains, I remember starting on this and our first trip to Big Spring 20 years ago, coming down and had dinner at the first cafeteria, and I remember meeting with Bill, and we're going to miss Randy in Congress, but he did so much for us, and I don't even know if we understood how big this was going. You know, we had our first meetings up and down the corridor, meeting with every town between Lubbock and Amarillo, and then we're down in Big Spring and San Angelo, and then all of a sudden we're having meetings in Western Canada down to Western Mexico, and it's a testament to the Congressman's vision and continued support. So we appreciate your support and dedication to this. And of course, Senator Seliger was on our first board of directors when we put this together, and has been a loyal supporter. We wouldn't be here today either without Gloria McDonald, who has kind of picked up the mantle. Gloria and Bobby have really been great supporters and have really fought hard for Big Spring. When we had our I-27 meetings, we had our biggest turnout in Big Spring out of all the 6 or 7 we had last year, and that's a true testament to the commitment of the people in Big Spring, and Gloria leading the charge. So thank you, Gloria. You know, a few years ago, Drew Darby and Fred Underwood, who's on the Transportation Commission, called me down to Austin and said, "Hey, we got an idea. We got some money. We think we can put this together and get a lot of Ports to Plains projects moving. But one thing is we've got to take a little bit of money from Lubbock District and a little bit of money from the Amarillo District and put it down here in Big Spring." You think, now we can do this, but I don't want the mayor of Lubbock and the mayor of Amarillo calling and yelling at me for doing this. So can they're on your board, can you take care of that? I'm, sure, no problem. Have to admit, when I went to meet with Mayor Harple, and I was a little nervous. You know, we moved $15, $20 million out of their district, which was needed, but they all both agreed. They said yes. They understood the importance of having a connectivity and a free flow of freight. It was important to them in Amarillo and in Lubbock, just as important to them as it was for the people in Big Spring. And it's a commitment to the big picture and what a major role this corridor plays. And not only do you see benefits for people hundreds of miles away, but you'll have benefits from hundreds of miles away coming to Big Spring with this corridor completed. So we're really excited about that. I would be remiss if I didn't mention my board members that are here today. John Birch, our chairman of our board of directors, here from Plainview. Milton Pax, our vice chairman from Dumas, is here. John Freeze is here from Sonora. Charlotte Farmer from the City Council in San Angelo is here. Joe Kiley, our vice president of operations from Lyman, Colorado, is here. Jerry Strong, our administrative assistant, is here. And I think we had a couple other folks. I'm going to miss somebody, but I want to say thank you so much. And again, I wanted to say thank you to TxDOT. Thanks to Stan and your team at TxDOT. You know, everyone's upset with the potholes. They're upset when their road's not done. But Ports to Plains had, I think a couple of years ago, I need to get this update, we had over $500 million in projects under construction in Texas. When you look at the other states, we had over $1 billion in projects under construction on this corridor. And I think that just goes to show you that, you know, when we first started with Congressman Neugebauer going up the route, we were trying to convince TxDOT that this was a good idea. We really needed it. But we're at a point now where it's understood, not only is it they understand the value, but they're committing to it, and we're having a completed corridor, and we're all going to reap the economic benefits from that. So thank you very much, and thank you for being here today.